I think the best approach to using FG-X is to initially set the compressor, and as mentioned earlier, perhaps a way to start the process is to grab a preset and then adjust it to suit your material. Now just as a quick reminder, let's click on here to reveal the presets on offer. As you can see, there are 13 presets, and you just need to choose one of them that descriptively suits your music. I've got an acoustic guitar and synth and drums for the audio I'm going to play in a moment, so I'd probably just choose the preset named Smooth Acoustic Master as my starting point. I'll just play the opening section of the track in a moment to get a feel for what is required. Now, with this being a preset, FG-X has enabled FG compressor and FG leveler. We know this because the dials are illuminated blue in both racks. So seeing as we're concerned with FG compressor here, let's deactivate FG level by clicking the power button off. Right, I'll play a part of the track now. I'll hit play so you know what we're dealing with. Now we're familiar with the song, let's look at what we have to play with. We have 4 main dials with 2 push buttons and a VU meter. Don't forget what I said in the previous tutorial about the 3 push buttons up above the VU meter. We have input, output and gain reduction. So activating one of these makes the VU meter flick and bounce to your track's levels to reflect what you choose. Right, once evaluated, it's probably worth resetting the attack and release to 5 each, which is north of the dials. So I'll click and drag both to centralize at the north or 12 o'clock position. To make it precise visually, we get the pop open box with our numerical position displayed. Now I'll adjust the threshold. As you know, the threshold dial is where we set the minimum volume we want the compressor to start working. I'll drag it initially to 0 dB and then start to reduce the threshold until I can hear it more strongly. Now, with these tutorials, the way we present the videos, the audio fidelity is probably not as good as I can hear in the studio, but you should be able to hear it. Okay, so I'll reduce the threshold to 0 and then I'll back off. I'll play the track and adjust when the drums kick in. Additionally, I'll also switch the VU meter between input, output and gain reduction. I want to watch the gain reduction to see how much effect it's having. Okay, here goes. Right, I'll settle there. Bear in mind this is quite a lot of compression at that threshold because my ratio is set at 4:1. And the compressor sound will be dictated by the attack and release setting that I adjusted to 5 respectively earlier on. Right, that's a quick look at setting the compressor and its parameters. Next we'll look at the FG level to help sonically maximize our sound.